Hey everyone and welcome back. So today I'll be doing the makeup look that Alicia Keys wore to the Grammys this year. So it's very wearable, it's not too much at all, and there's just a little bit of lashes on the outer corner to give it a touch of glamour. But really it's very simple. I used my fingers to apply most of the shadow and I really like the way it turned out. I just piled my hair on the top of my head just to kind of have somewhat of a similar hairstyle to what she had. Obviously she has very different hair to mine, but it mimics the kind of shape that she had going on the top of her head. So I'll just give you a quick look at what it looks like. So if you like to see how to create this look, then just keep watching. So I'm going to start with my base, and for my primer I'm using Makeup Forever's HD primer. And I'm just using that on a Real Techniques buffing brush and buffing that into my skin. For my foundation I'm taking a mix of Revlon's Colour Stay in Sand Beige and MAC's NC30 Pro Longwear foundation. I'm using the same brush. For my concealer I'm using NYX's Full Coverage Concealer in 04 Beige. I'm just patting it over any blemishes and I'll blend it out then after. And this is a Sigma P88. It's just like a sharp angled synthetic brush. Also taking it onto the eyes. And going back and just patting out the concealer that's over my blemishes. Doing my under eyes first just gives it time to set, so it doesn't wipe off so easy. And I'm going to set all of that with my MAC Studio Fix powder in NC30 and another Real Techniques brush. This is the powder brush, and I'm just pushing that into the skin, just patting it on rather than swiping because I don't want to move any of the product underneath. So that is my base done, and I'm going to go on to the eyes. So the first thing I'm going to take is my Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in Mushroom. It's just like a grey taupe, slightly shimmery colour. And I'm going to use this as kind of a base. So I'm just going to apply it to the outer half of the lid. It tastes like a silvery browny kind of a colour. So apply it to the outer half, and then I'm just going to pull it gently inwards to blend it out. Then I'm going to take a similar shadow, like a grey silvery kind of shadow, and this is from the NYX Smoky Eyes palette, and this is the colour I'll be taking here. And I'm actually just going to take it on my ring finger, just pat it in there, and then just pat it onto the outer half over where I put that base, and pulling it slightly up into the crease just so that it doesn't stop dead, and then again blend it out towards the inner side of the lid. And then for the inner half colour, the lighter colour, from the picture that I'm looking at anyway, and I'll have the inspiration pictures on my blog and I'll have a link to that post down below in the description box, but the image that I'm looking at, which was the best one that I could get of her makeup, zoomed in, it's like a light silvery colour, but there's a very slight hint of almost green in it. So it's just a very slightly greeny kind of a silver colour. So what I did was I mixed two pigments, and these are both from Bare Minerals, and this one is called Garland, and it's like similar to like MAC's Vanilla Pigment. So that kind of very light creamy colour with a shimmer to it. And then this one is called Mistletoe, and it's just a light green colour, again with a slight shimmer to it. And I took a tiny little bit of both, just using a little spatula. I just scooped a tiny bit of both out and I've mixed them together. So again I'm just going to use my finger and pat that on into the inner half. So it goes on quite strong. Just going to take off the excess off my finger onto my hand. And then blend it out. And it also comes in around the tear duct and just underneath. So it does go on quite strong, but they're very fine, so they blend out nicely, nice and smoothly. And again, slightly into the crease. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to pack it on and make it more intense, because from the picture it looks like whatever colour it was very sheer. It looks like it almost might have been a cream colour, just a very sheer wash of cream colour. So I'm going to leave it at that for the lid, and then just for a slight bit of shading into the crease, I'm going to take taupe from the Lorac Pro palette. It's this one here, and my trusty 224, and I'm just going to blend that into the crease just for a tiny bit of shading. Then for the lower lash line, I'm going back to my mushroom pencil, and I'm just going to apply a small bit along the outer half, just for a little bit of definition, and I'm then going to just blend it out. Then I'm actually going to take a little pointed pencil brush like this and take the mix of the pigments that I use on the inner half of the eye, and carry it from the inner tear duct just to meet that mushroom. Because it does carry on into her lower lash line a little bit. So she didn't appear to have anything in the waterline, so I'm just going to leave that as it is. I'm going to do the lashes, and before I apply just some lashes to the outer corner, I'm going to apply some mascara, and this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Full Definition Mascara. Unfortunately, well, when I was looking for it anyway, this wasn't available here in Ireland. I had to get it when I was in America. Now I haven't looked for it since, so I don't know if it's come over yet. Now I just realised I totally forgot to do my liner, so I'm going to go back and do that. I should have done that first, so if you're going to try this yourself, do your liner first before your mascara. Don't make my mistake. So I'm taking a black gel liner and a very thin angled brush. You can use whatever brush you find easier to work with. And I'm just going to apply a thin line to the top lash line, making it very, very thin as it gets towards the inner third. Just fading it out as it gets towards the inner third. And then I just winged it out ever so slightly, not much at all. So back to the lashes, you could use just individual lashes, or you could use like corner lashes, kind of wispy corner lashes. I'm going to use, well, I have one short individual lash, and then I'm using 2 bits of lashes that I've cut off, strip lashes. So when I'm cutting a strip lash to suit my eye length, I just keep the corner bits for things like that, so that I can use them as like individuals, only in sections, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be using one like this on the outer corner, which is thicker and has 3 or 4 kind of sections on it. Then next to that I'll be using these ones with just 2 sections on them. They're much thinner. And then next to that again, I'll just have one short cluster lash. So if you wanted to do something similar with individual lashes, Eyelure now do their sets in, rather than just having short, medium and long, they have short, medium, long, but they graduate from thin to like fuller, thicker lashes. And I have them somewhere, but I think they're away in my kit. So you could use some mediums and some shorts and work from thicker to thinner. And I'm going to apply these with the dark duo glue. So I've just put some on a little blob on the back of my hand, and I've dipped the roots of the lashes into it. I could have put it straight on the band, but that's how I do individuals. So let's wait for it to dry a little bit. I'm placing that on the outer corner. And then she didn't seem to have much in her brows at all, so I'm just going to brush mine through. They just look groomed, they don't look like they have much, if any, product in them. So I've just brushed mine through, And then we'll move on to the cheeks. So Alicia has a darker skin tone than me, so I'm just going to warm up my skin a little bit by using Sleek's Suede Effect powder in number 2. So this is just a face powder, but it's a bit darker than my skin tone. So it's a product that I like to use to just warm up my skin because it's just making it a slight little bit darker around the perimeter of my face. And I'm just using a powder brush like this, taking it around my hairline, around the temple, blend it under the cheekbone, and down under the jawline. For blush then, she just had a very natural muted kind of blush colour, so I'm going to use my Natural Collection Dusky Pink blush, using the same brush. And then for her lips, she had a very light nude lip colour on, so I'm going to use MAC's Myth. And then a little bit of gloss on top. This is just a Clinique moisturising Super Balm gloss. So that is the finished look. I hope you like it. I actually do. I think it's nice and simple, and the lashes just give it a little bit of glamour. So yeah, it's very wearable. So I hope you like the look, and I hope you enjoy the tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up by clicking the like button that's down below. Also feel free to leave any comments of any of your comments, questions or requests. And in the description box I will link to the corresponding blog post for this look, and there'll be the pictures that I've been going off for the look. There'll be a list of the products I used, extra pictures of my finished look, and there'll also be this video on it as well. So I'll link that off below and you can go have a look at that. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, so I will see you in another video. Take care. Bye.